Now, my sister, 2023 is going to be a big year for Nigeria. Okay, we are going to have a presidential election that everybody thinks is going to be very pivotal for the future of Nigeria. Okay, now I see the what's the word? The fever flowing in people's body and between people. I see the 1 million march, 2 million march, 3 million march, 4 million march everywhere. See, I made a video and I asked a question. Are these people the savior of Africa? Okay. And if your preferred candidate in Nigeria wins, would that make everything better instantly? And I know for a fact it won't. Okay. So I know there is no savior. There is no savior. But I don't know if our young people know that Buhari, Tinubu, or Obi are not saviors. That the only savior is you, me. What do you think is happening?
Okay, I'm going to answer your question two ways.
Okay.
I live in Nigeria.
Yes.
I don't have any plan yet to if anybody has to deceive themselves, I cannot deceive themselves because of myself and my children.
Okay.
Now, first, let me talk about Nigeria. What's currently happening in Nigeria? Nigeria is a kind of patriarchal nation. They believe in fathers.
Okay.
And we grew up from the home, we are taught not to speak when others are speaking. And then we carry it to the school where you are not supposed to talk when your teacher. In fact, Nigerian students don't even know that a lecturer is supposed to be a two-way affair.
Yeah.
They're not even aware that your teacher is actually there for your own benefits, actually paid to impact you. Yeah. They don't see it that way. All right. Okay. So we take this father leadership kind of reverence from the family, we take it to schools, primary, secondary, university, then we apply it to governmental bodies too. And if we have to be sincere, the majority of Nigerians that do go out of Nigerians are two sets of people. The Westerners, they travel out for education. The Easterners, everywhere I've been to in my life, I've always seen an Easterner there. Mama Chukodi in the corner in Accra, doing very
business.
They are doing their business and they excel at it, right? Now, the other majority of Nigerians don't go anywhere. We remain here. Now, what is happening today is those people who go out to get education, those people who happen to be the ones that have been leading us all this while, they believe that children are not supposed to speak. They feel entitled to positions of power.
Yeah.
You have 100 degrees, you have been to Harvard, you have been to Oxford, you go to the western part of Nigeria, you cannot see a chancellorship poster of a young person in their 20s. It doesn't happen in western part of Nigeria. If you tell them that you're a counselor, I traveled once in 2001 with a counselor who was 6 years my senior then, was 27. And the police officers that were checking our ID cards, who were entering Lagos, was asking how come he is a local government councillor at 26. He has never heard it before. Because in the West, what are you doing there? What do you have to say when old people are there? So it is believed in the western part of Nigeria, those who are the ones that are more educated will have to be sincere academically. They think it's their entitlement through their culture, through their way of their upbringing, that the old people are the ones who should speak because that is how they grew up. You cannot tell somebody who is supporting Tinubu that Tinubu is old. He wouldn't understand because right from time, they don't see any young person in government.
Okay.
Now, so what happened to Nigeria was NSAS.
Okay, yeah.
NSAS was Nigerians ignorantly just fighting for a little rights. And Nigerians are the type that we know how to hype ourselves, even if we don't understand the reason. If you can present yourself well enough, dress well enough, speak in the language that they understand, a Nigerian public will support you, even if you're talking Babadash. All right? That's why you see influencers everywhere. NSAS made them to NSAS happened, and it happened on the Western soil, where the old people call the shots. And these old people, it is not in their thoughts that a child should speak. It's a taboo. Even if we're in the millennials, they don't believe in it. So they operated like it was business as usual.
Yeah.
And they made an error that everybody in Nigeria saw, and they were like, it was a total operation. What we saw, they told us that we didn't see it. What happened, they told us that it didn't happen. They swept everything under the rug, and things went on as normal. That was when the Nigerian youth became slighted, and they said, oh, so this fight is not about Mr. Obi. Peter Obi is somebody that is being used by the youth.
Okay.
It is the young Nigerians against the old Nigerians. Peter Obi, trust me, if he gets there next year and it does anyhow, he's going to see anyhow.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, your question is in two places. Currently in Nigeria, why Nigerians are supporting Peter Obi, it's not because he's a righteous man. His age is appropriate. The other two people, they are not working. So we are picking him and we are pushing him forward. He's working for us. This is bigger than Peter Obi right now.
Okay.
That is what is on ground. Sincerely.
Okay. So Peter Obi is just a
front runner.
An avatar. Okay, an avatar of the image of what young Nigerians in the West and in the South. I don't know it's okay, Oliver. Now, okay, now what I'm saying is that there is no savior. There is no savior.
He's not our savior.
Okay.
It's not our savior. He's the one that we chose to go and fight.
Well, he hasn't won. Okay, so he's the one that you choose. He hasn't won until he wins. Okay, until the election happens, we don't know who's going to win.
No. You ask a question. You say I'm only responding because of what you said about the hype going on, and I'm telling you why the hype is there.
Okay.
Of course, we have to have a representative.
Okay.
We're not worried. We're not saying he's our savior. We are saying that he is the one that we have chosen to support, to take away the other two people who we know are not right for us. They're too old to go and rest. They can teach, they can mentor. All right. Okay. So I told you I'm going to answer your question in two ways.
Okay.
Now that's the first part. All right. So we're not seeing Peter Obi like a god. No. We of course we have to support somebody. All right. Now that's that part. Then secondly, you ask the effects of next year's election.
Yes.
Nigeria. Now, while we were talking earlier, I made you realize that, I said it, that Nigeria has been marked. We are marked by those who are wiser than us, like the books, forecast, IMF even had a printout some days ago where they said, a release where they said Nigeria is to grow in 2023 by 4.4%.
Okay.
All right. There are different indicators from different bodies about the projections of Nigeria for next year.
Okay.
Now, I tell you that 50% of Nigerians don't even have this data. They don't even understand what the implication of Peter Obi coming in. Yeah. So if you are accusing the Nigerians that they are picking Peter Obi as a savior, for me, it's not correct, because most of them, the reason they are doing this is just for one reason, to get the old people out of there and putting the young people, because they believe that the young people also know what the old people knows, and they believe that the young people will fight for them instead of doing what has been done over the years. Now, the impact of 2023 for us that are aware of what is happening, why I'm choosing Peter Obi, why I'm supporting Professor Dati, who owns a university, is this. If the white people have seen and they've calculated that this may happen, it's a forecast, it may not happen.
Yeah, okay.
It may not happen. Now, we are trying to ensure that this happens by putting a president who understands the importance and who is following the priority. Okay. For us to be able to achieve that goal of being a developing nation. Okay. We are Nigerians. We are an emerging market. We have Nigerians in diaspora, a lot of them. We don't have any global brands. Nigeria as a country should have global brands, even if it's a global brand in agro-processing industry. We're supposed to have tomato paste. We're supposed to have pepper. We have to have different kind of paste, because we have Nigerians who are out there, who are bicultural immigrants. When Nigerians are out there, they operate according to context. When they are outside, they act as the host. When they are indoor, they act as Nigerians. So if we have a tomato paste, for example, that we'll be selling at, it could be a global brand, because Nigerians are in Asia, they're in South America, they're in North America, they're all over Europe. What are we talking about? But we don't have these global brands because we are ignorant, because our leaders only know what to do is to give out our rights to others and secure a percentage. Okay, now I just want to ask a simple question. Now, a month and 3 days ago, 286 Americans and Europeans were given Nigerian citizenship. I'm in business. I understand the implication of that. Yeah. For you to have a business in Nigeria, for it to be an indigenous has to have 40%. Okay. But now, where you are already a citizen, that means you have full rights to your business. Yeah. Those 286 Europeans and Americans, you think they are dummies? They already have a plan, because they know that 2020 going forward, Nigeria is going to be a hub for business. So they are strategically placing themselves here on ground to be able to be the forerunners. They're going to own the malls. They're going to own the business. Yeah. They're going to be forerunners of these industries. So and also, I like being precise. Let me use the tomato paste industry for an example. Right? Yeah. Nigeria is the highest importer of tomato paste in the world. And currently we import $500 million worth of tomato paste a year. But we cannot still meet the demand, because the demand of tomato paste in Nigeria is 2.5 billion if we have to import it. Yeah. All right. Now, tomato paste industries in Nigeria currently, none aside from Dangote, are owned by Nigerians. And still yet, despite all those tomato paste industries in Nigeria, they can only meet 1% of the share of demand that is needed to meet up the need of tomatoes in Nigeria. Yeah. Okay. Now, when we look at all these three candidates that are going to push us forward, the people like me that are picking Peter Obi, I'm sincere, because you say what's the plan of going forward. He understands that this is the plan and he is going to follow what I think is the way to push us forward. The other party, the other candidates, they would only secure it under themselves. Like at the end of the day, we Nigerians will not be working for some certain people. They have done it before. We have seen it being done in the West, where they own everything and everybody becomes their employees. If Nigerians give this opportunity to these people, they are going to do this. Not even white, let's not even go there. These industries will happen. This change will happen. But if Peter Obi comes in, it will happen for the Nigerian people, not against the Nigerian people.
Okay.
That's where the learners, people like us, come in. That's why we are supporting Peter Obi.
Okay.
Not because I don't have anything against the other people.
Okay. Okay. See, all I just want to, my concern is that, see, I believe that Nigeria has tremendous potentials. Okay. And I also believe that Nigeria being the most populous African country, that the development of Nigeria is pivotal to the development of the whole continent. Okay. Right. And I want that development to happen. Okay. But it cannot happen if the youth, who are over 70% of the African population, do not realize that there is no one particular or person or groups who are saviors, that every individual have the potential to be his or her own savior. Okay, and to contribute to the grand plan of saviors.
Yes.
Okay, so there's no one person who can save you and your community.
It's impossible.
You are your own savior, and if you are you are your own savior, and other people in your community do the same thing, then all of you as a group doing your own individual things will actually save your community and your country. So that's my own.